Well, in today's video, I'll explain how trade increases economic well-being using concepts from welfare economics such as consumer surplus, producer surplus, and total surplus. To begin, we need to understand a few key terms. Consumer surplus is the difference between what buyers are willing to pay and what they actually pay. Producer surplus is the difference between what sellers receive and the minimum that they would accept. When we add these together, we get total surplus, which economics use to measure the total economic benefit in a market. This graph shows a basic supply and demand market. The demand curve represents the consumers, and the supply curve represents producers. The place where they intersect is called the equilibrium point, which is also the equilibrium price, where the market is balanced and the total surplus is maximized. When trade is introduced, countries can buy goods from other countries that produce them more cheaply. Over here, we see the world supply line. This shows the world price, which is lower than domestic price. Because of this lower price in comparison, consumers pay less and will also buy more because it's cheaper. This will increase consumer surplus. However, some domestic producers lose surplus because they cannot compete with the cheaper imports. An example would be the North American Free Trade Agreement between Canada, Mexico, and the United States. This agreement reduced trade barriers and allowed goods to move more freely. Consumers benefited from this because the products were cheaper and there was more variety amongst them. However, the manufacturing industry faced challenges since production moved to lower cost areas. In conclusion, trade can create both winners and losers. Consumers usually gain from lower prices, while some domestic producers will lose. But because the gains are larger than the losses, total surplus will still increase, which means trade improves overall economic well-being. Thank you.